Today I'm going to be doing my take on like a ploughman's platter. I'm very excited. So I've been to my favourite shop. I've got a tiger loaf. I'm using the whole loaf. When I do something, I'm going to do it properly. Do you know what I mean? So for the sides, I've got some baby potatoes. This is baby potatoes. So with these, I'm going to practice. Yeah, I'll do the whole bag. So some of these are quite like a big baby potato. So I'll either chop them in half that way, or chop them in half that way. I'm going to chop them into smaller chunks just so they're roughly the same size, so they cook kind of evenly. I'm going to put them on to boil in some salted water. I do like a bowl of salad on the side. So I've got lettuce, round lettuce this one. I haven't got my long lettuce bits today. So I'm just going to do, I'm not going to go overboard on the lettuce front. I do like my salad, but I've got even more exciting things to do. So a bit of salad just for a bit of greenery. Colourfulness, you know, because I do love me beige stuff, but it's going to be beige and brilliant. I'm very excited. So you could put it in like the roll, but I'm not going to today because I just don't really want to. A white onion. I did want a purple onion, couldn't see any, so that went out the window. Keep it in rounds just so it's, I don't want that bit because that bit looks a bit scabby. Gonna get rid of that bit. Then just so it's like half moon shapes, I think. Yeah, because if I like either like it really small, well not really small, but, or enough so I know I've got a cucumber. Now there's two types of cucumber. Well, I think there could be more, but this one is my favourite. It's like got bobbly, like it feels bobbly. There's one that's like smoother, but this one is my favourite because it's bobbly and it's a bit more, I don't know how to describe it, but I just think it's more brilliant. I'm going to chop it long ways and then do it like that, so you get two instead of one, because brilliant. Tomato. So you can actually bung whatever you fancy in your salad. Like I put like peppers and carrots and cherry tomatoes and things like that. I like a jazzed up salad, but today I'm just going for stuff that I already had in. Then how should we do it? Should we do it in layers or should we just give it a mix? I think I'm going to do a bit of lettuce, eat me out, a bit of lettuce at the bottom, a bit of cucumber, and then a bit of onion, just so there's some layers, so whichever part you're at, you might get a bit of all of it, do you know what I mean? And then some tomato. And I'm going to continue layering it up. That's my bowl of salad. I'm going to cover that up and get that in the fridge, so the salad is raring to go. I have my loaf. Now this is I'm not entirely sure, it's hang on, let me tell you, tiger tin loaf. I really like tiger bread. It's one of my favourite fresh breads, but I don't know how you make it, so I need to crack the case on that. But it smells good. Do you reckon it's big enough? I'm gonna cut it so you've got layers. You know when you get a sandwich, like you get like a meal deal, and you've got your three like layers. That's what I'm gonna go for. So there's a bit of bread in between. So I'm thinking about there. I want to keep that top bit. I'm gonna thought about it, right? A lot of thought's gone into this. I'm going to do 3 slices, so I get 4 layers, like 4 slices of it. Then one of the slices, I'm going to do homemade croutons. I know the bread should be a day old, but oh well. So I'm thinking the first slice should be about here. I'm going to go as straight as I can with it. And then the next slice I'm going to do is about, and then about. So I'm keeping that top bit to go on the top, do you know what I mean? So I'm going to quickly do that off camera so I do it right, because a lot of thoughts go into it. I've done it. I have. Can you see the 4 different layers? So that's going to be my lid. I'm going to take the top 2 off. Where are you? These 2. And I'm going to take this one, and that's going to be my crouton. So that is going to be like sandwich, do you know what I mean? So, bread. So my idea, I'm going to go for like squares. Again, it's homemade. It hasn't got to be perfect. So I'm going to go, I don't want a massive, and I know stale bread would probably be better, but you can't beat fresh bread, can you? So I'm going to go for like that. Then if it's that sort of shape, I'm going to go in half. Cubes, roughly. I mean, if you didn't have the patience, like I might not in a minute, you could like just even rip them up. It hasn't got to be like perfect. I imagine the outer ones are going to hold better because it's got that crust, but patience is a virtue. That's a big word, isn't it? I did it. So I'm going to do garlic and herb croutons. So here I've got fancy oil, haven't I? Gone all out. This is extra virgin olive oil. I'm just going to glug a bit of that in. I don't know how much I'm going to need. I'm just going to make a bit up and then go with it, you know. So I've got some garlic granules. I tried doing the bread. I did my best. A decent amount of garlic, because if you've watched my videos before, you'll know how much I like garlic. If you don't like garlic, you probably wouldn't like my cooking. Mixed herbs. I don't want to make it too herby, but again, I want it herby. I'm going to get a spoon in a minute and give that a mix. I'm going to put them in the air fryer. So I've got some rainbow peppercorns, so there's a bit of pepper. The other day I used this and it wasn't working. Some pink Himalayan rock salt. I like things quite salty, but I'm not going to overdo it. I have my air fryer. I've lined it with some grease proof. So I have my garlic and herb oil. So my idea, I don't know if it's going to work. I'm going to plonk them as spaced out as evenly, and then again I've gone a bit overboard, so that it might not be like really spaced out in there. But hang on, you can see there. Haha. So I've got my cooking brush. I've done it in there, so I'm not losing any. Where can you see? I'm going to dab it on them. Then if I need to make up more, see, I'll make up more, you know what I'm like. And I've done it straight into the bowl, air fryer, so I'm not like losing any of like the garlicky, herby brilliantness, you know. I've done it, and I'm going to take them over to my actual air fryer. They're going. Croutons are cooking. It just smells really garlicky and really brilliant. So I've just melted some butter, well, clover, butter stuff, in the microwave, just so it's easier to like, can you see? No, but it's fine. I'm just going to spread it on my bit of bread so it's not like dry. I mean, you're probably thinking, Meg, you could have just spread it on, but when I did this with my giant fry up I did the other week, if you haven't seen it, have a look on my page. I think he's brilliant. It just makes it a bit easier. Then if you've got some left over, you can even just pour it on. That is something I would do. And it just, I mean, I don't think fresh bread's dry anyway, but it just takes away the we're all buttery. I know, brilliant. Look at that. Look at that, like, where it's sort of made a little bubble, and that good. Me croutons have been in for, I don't know, about 8 minutes. They look good. They look practically done to me. I don't want them too toasted, but I want them toasted. So I'm going to go for this little one down here. See if they're edible. So good, right. If you do being a bit crunchy, I just want to keep them going. I'm going to start layering up now. So I've got my platter board out. Brilliant. I have an array of meats. So it's all from my favourite shop. So I've got some corned beef. I've never had corned beef like that. I've only ever had that for tin. I've got some char grilled chicken. Well, char grill style. Then I've got roast turkey. I love turkey. Then last but by no means least, I've got ham. Brilliant. So I'm going to start with the corned beef. I'm not going to slice it. I'm just going to go with it. So I'm going to open the corned beef up. It smells nice. So in here is 4 slices. So I'm going to go. Brilliant. Now chicken, so I've angled it and everything. So do you think it looks nice like that? Because I think it looks rather good in my opinion. So this is char grilled. I love char grilled meat. I want to get a barbecue to get like the coal and have char grilled chicken. Smells nice. And you've even got like the char grilled bit along the edges, look. That's just brilliant, isn't it? Then I'm going to place that like that. I don't know. That's that. And then 5 slices in that one. I've got mini ham. This is oven baked dry cured ham. I think I'm doing it like this so you've got the layers of the meat so you can see like what's going on in it, and I just think that's quite brilliant. And then I'll just sort of stick on a few slices of ham. It's all about fiddling with it so you get the look that you're after, you know. Me ham, and then the last meat is me turkey. I love turkey. It's literally one of my favourites. I really need to have it more than once a year because in my turkey I really like. And then there's me turkey. I've got my brilliant selection of meat. I'm going to plonk that. Look at that. Now that's what you call a sandwich. And now I've got Branston, but a new jar, so it's even more brilliant. It's been in the fridge. I just got to get into it. I'm in it. Muscles did it. I literally flipped the camera off, spun and opened it, so it's fine. I love Branston. Branston, if you're watching, I love your products, especially your Branston pickle. Brilliant. So I've gone for original because you can't beat original, can you? And then I'm going to take a nice amount and spread it on the bottom. Because again, if you can have it, have it. Look at that. More. Because more is better. Pickle is in. Look at that. Love it. That bit's for me. Start off with my Asda extra mature cheddar, which I'm just going to cut a few slices off. Slice up a few bits of this. Because I like cheese, I like variety, so I thought, you know what, I'll go all out. And they had like an offer on for like different cheeses, so I thought, let's get variety. And then I'm just going to plonk on some cheddar. Forgot my cheese slicer, didn't I? You felt left out. This thing is well handy. Have a few slices of, and then you get like it roughly the same sort of thickness. Not that that matters, because if you ask me, you can never have too much cheese, can you? A bit along there. And if you do this, if you place the stuff at an angle, makes it look fuller. I have this one. This is 6 cracked black pepper cheddar slices. Probably thinking they're 2 lots of cheddar. If you ask me, not enough. Could do a few more if I'm honest. I saw a chili cheese. Kind of regret not picking that up, but it's fine. Oh, that smells good. You can smell the cheddar, like the pepper straight away. That is brilliant. So it's literally squares. Then I'm going to plonk one down there. Look at that. That is my idea of brilliantness. It really, really is. I'm having a whale of a time. I really am. And then I have one of my absolute favourites ever. I love a smoked cheese. I like the bit around the edge. It just fascinates me. I used to literally, well, I still eat cheddar from the block, but sometimes you can get like the roll of it. Just take bites. Smokiness and brilliantness. So I'm going to go. Now I have the buttery brilliant lid. I'm going to plonk that on. It's too good, isn't it? Have pork pies, that's good again, but melt and mould break, because if it's not melt and mould, it's the jelly bits. I don't like a jelly bit in a pork pie. One down here. Should I dot them or put them in together? Like that. I have savoury Scotch eggs. I love these. I eat these from the bag. Then I'm going to put a few of them just over here. And I might even go all out. Stick another pork pie on. Why not? Treat yourself. Then I have cheese and onion quiche. I love this one. I do like the one in the yellow box. That is one of my favourites. It really is. Take. I really like their broccoli one. They do a broccoli one. 10 out of 10 from me. Flop it out. It's like a pie. It's like a pucker pie. You know when you get in the tin. Sorry, I got quite excited there, didn't I? I'm going to go. I've got 2 new glass bowls from Asda. Brilliant. So I've got potato salad. I'm having a whale of a day. So I'm going to struggle when I get into that. Hang on. What's going on here? I'll put a nice dollop in here. I've got me shovel so I can literally shovel it in. And I'm going to plonk a bit. Coleslaw, I love this one. Their exceptional one is my favourite. It really is. You shovel, same spoon, because why not? Then a nice bit of coleslaw. That one. Now this is my take on a ploughman's. I mean, everybody's take on things is a bit different, isn't it? Different ideas, variety, more better, more brilliant. I'll pop these 2 salads. Now I'm gonna get your croutons. Then I have my garlic and herb croutons, and I will take these in with me. Don't worry. On top, I've got like croutons and everything. Considering it's like not stale bread, I was a bit dubious and a bit worried, but it's actually come out rather brilliant, isn't it? Then I'm going to stick them in a bowl and take them with me because I've got pickled onions. These are in sweet and crunchy. I like them sweet. I'm going to open the, move that back a bit, hang on. My favourite beetroot, I like this one. This is crinkled beetroot, pickled in sweet malt vinegar. I love the stuff, but it's got to be sweet for me. My beetroot, I'm going to stick him down. My boiled potatoes, I love a boiled spud. Baby potatoes, mine. But that is my take on a ploughman's like picky bit. So I've got my salad, my several different cheeses. It's just brilliant. Coleslaw, but that was my little sandwich. I think it's absolutely brilliant.